Aquarius, hi, and welcome to Eyes to See Tarot. This is your general freestyle read for the upcoming weeks ahead. It's not centered around love and relationships, but if they pop up in the reading, I will be sure to let you know. This is a self-progressive channel, so I do like to make you the subject of the reading. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So the current energy is of releasing, kind of taking that breath and kind of letting the chips fall where they may, so to say. Holding too tightly to something for quite a long time, right? And then, you know, maybe if I just let go and let it do what it wants to do. No clue. Oh, right. The Eight of Cups and walking away. Ooh, Aquarius. Okay. With the Knight of Swords. All right. So now this reading has taken on a whole new energy, right? Because now I've got a lot to say, right? There is this energy that I was trying to maintain something. I was trying to hold it all together. And in the grand scheme of things, to me, it was just very small. But then why am I talking about it? Why am I letting it come to the forefront with the Knight of Swords, right? Why am I so vocal? I'm going to look a little bit deeper into the Knight of Swords. To be honest with you, I really want to see. But I see the overall energy. This is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a stability, right? This is an empathy. This is a compassion. I feel compassion. And honestly, here, almost a little bit of mourning too, right? Like she's putting something to bed that she cares a lot about, right? I'm going to go ahead and, no, nope, not you. You want to come out. What are you? Seven of Cups. Okay. Now, this could be concerning the past energy. You know, I had my head in the clouds. I was attached to an outcome. I had expectations, and they weren't necessarily working the way that I planned them. Or I have unrealistic expectations about how this is going to pan out since I've let it go. Right? So with that being said, the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom, there's some pentacles, right? I have the Eight of Cups emotionally charged and the Seven of Cups. This I ventured to say delulu, but I won't. It's resounding head in the clouds kind of energy. Yeah. All right. Let's see more about this Knight of Swords, please, for my Aquarius. I have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. So if you're not going to help me, it wasn't working the way I proposed, so I'm going to go out. I'm going to let this go. I'm going to go out, and I'm going to speak more about what my plans are for the future. You know, maybe somebody's going to bite. Maybe somebody else is going to bite. Maybe somebody will justify, right? I have the Six of Cups, too. It's not vicious or vindictive. It is completely innocent. It's got this overwhelming feel of not remorse, because I don't want to say that you're to blame for this, other than being emotionally attached to an outcome or expecting something. They say that the fastest way to a broken heart is expectation, right? When there's too many moving parts, I can't necessarily force anything to work out the way that I would like it to. It would benefit me if it did, right? But I don't see any sort of malicious intent or manipulative behavior here. It's just that this was my expectation, this was my dream, and the parts aren't really working the way that I had planned them to, or that I hoped they would. So I'm going to vocalize in hopes that I can get the ball rolling. But for the most part, I have released the expectation of that particular thing, be it a person, be it a job, right? I've released the expectation. I've released the looming overhead kind of carrot in front of them kind of thing. I've kind of let it go. I'm expanding. I feel a little bit of expansion, right? But in the spiritual world, it's like from one porch to the neighboring porch, right? I really haven't gone anywhere because I'm still stuck in that energy. I'm still holding on to that energy instead of trying to figure out why it didn't work besides expectation or something else. I have the Seven of Swords in reverse, right? There is a little bit to be said about the Seven of Swords in reverse here. There's the push, like I said, one sword to the other. There's something that we're being a little bit deceptive about to ourselves, right? About why it's not working or why it did not work. Is it time? Are my intentions pure? I have the Tower. I also have a clinging to. So there is the need and there's desire to cling to something that had started to fall away or something that you have let go, right? But you don't want to exclude your blame in why the foundation wasn't laid correctly, right? We can look a little bit further into why they're to blame and what they did and point fingers and blame game all we want. But our only real job is to make sure that we're doing our part, that we're learning our lesson, that we're forging our path, that we're pushing when we need to push and pull when we need to pull and sit when we need to sit and speak when we need to speak. That's the only thing we should really concern ourselves with. And right here, I'm way interested in that Seven of Swords. What is it? What's our little princess in the pea? What's that little thing, that little spark of light, that little thing that could just help everything to kind of fall into place? What is it? I have the Four of Wands. I have some sort of stability. I'm feeling stability here. I'm consistent in my actions, so I'm consistently doing this. Like one porch from the other. I'm going to let this go, but I'm talking about it, trying to get people on board or trying to get people's opinions, kind of get them fired up about coming and doing this thing. Yes, that really does sound like a very exciting endeavor. I can't wait to get involved. I really think you should do that. And it gives us that vindication, right? But then we try to do it again, holding on to old paths and patterns, right? All right, you. Okay. It's something just within the thinking. It's not the execution. I don't see there's anything with the wrong with the expectation or the execution. I'm not fond of expectation from other people, but it doesn't necessarily seem like a very bad thing here. There's just something in the way of thinking. And I'm not even getting one or two swords. I'm like maybe just one sword. Just one skewed idea, right? Okay, I have the Ace of Swords. This is, I'm impressed with this flop already. The Ace of Swords, the Two very fixated, right? I'm hearing dogmatic. I see the Sun and the Knight of Pentacles. Honestly, I'm not seeing a lot of balance. I'm seeing that it's such a fixation, you might be forgetting to enjoy other things equally. It's that simple. It's really that simple. Okay, so Aquarius, I'm going to go ahead and show you all these cards. All right. Okay, so the truth being is that you've already made your mind up, right? But your whole world revolves around it with the Sun here. This free, innocent kind of feeling, this idea, right? Right. Okay. Play, new beginnings. I'm fixated on it. Everything that I do kind of adds to that. Or I'm a little obsessed about this thing. Energetic enigma, whatever that means to you. All right. I don't even understand it. Energetic enigma. All right, so I have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so our blindfold has finally come away. Whatever it means. Because Aquarius, you done lost me. I can't pretend like I'm still on the wagon trying to figure stuff out, but I'm gonna keep the tape rolling, I'm gonna keep talking, and I'm gonna let Spirit deal you out some more cards. Energetic enigma. Okay, so you're a little bit fixated. You could be needing to create a little bit of balance. Give and take. I'm also hearing give and take. All right, so with this Four of Pentacles, something, whatever you're releasing, have you ever stopped to check on what it may desire or want or need? Like, I can't really expect a vehicle to bring me places if I never stop to put fuel in the vehicle. God, I hope I'm getting these analogies right. Also have a little pendulum over there. It stays next to my bed. But one day it just stopped answering questions, and they're like, oh, I was like, so you don't want to talk? But the thing is that apparently it claimed that I don't reciprocate. And I was like, well, do you have any questions for me? And they're like, no. But once the idea, it's just the idea, it's just the thought, right? It's not the present itself, it's the thought that counts, right? Just give a little bit of thought as to the humanity of the other person, the wheels that need to be greased, instead of focusing and obsessing so much on that thing, right? I see communication, I see judgment, and I see holding on. All right. So the Four of Pentacles here, to be able to maintain this thing and continue to hold on to it. Now, the Four of Pentacles is usually holding on too tightly, right? To an idea, to an expectation, to an outcome, to money, right? I only have $10, but I'm not going to buy the sushi because, you know, I need 50. You know, no, buy the sushi and then start again. You'll make the 50. Especially if you're taking care of yourself, especially if you're attending to your own needs. And the same thing goes for one hand washing the other. You know, when I'm expecting something from someone, just the little thought of, hey, you okay over there? How you feeling about today? You know, I don't know how simple it has to be, but according to the tarot today, it seems like the answer is so very obvious and simple and easy, right? Just a little bit of communication, a little bit of tooting your own horn or tooting their horn for them, right? And it'll help you to go ahead and hold on to what you have if the simplistic view is just to a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of concern, a little bit of, hey, how are you doing today? Instead of, hey, I need so-and-so reports on my desk by 5 o'clock. It's not as much surrounded by the action as it is the thought too. Now, I can't make that more plain, I can't make that more obvious, and I cannot make it more specific because, like I said, you done lost me like 5 minutes ago. I'm kind of in the clouds right now about it. But it's not necessarily the thing, it's the realization. The realization was missing. That there's a possibility that, I mean, there's a reason why we name our boats. Do the boats care? Right? No. But it's like just this good luck little charm, right? That we name our cars. Oh, look at Betty. Yay, Betty, you know. Good girl, Betty, you know. I don't know. It's not so much the execution of the action as it is the awareness of the thought. That I'm so obsessed with this thing that I really don't have any other balance in any other aspect, right? Say I need 5 beans a day from my magical little crow friend, right? But he only brings me 4, right? And then the next day he brings me 4. But I expected 5 because I need to make this shepherd's pie, right? And the next day he brings me 4. How often will I just look and go, jeez, man, it is just so amazing that this crow chose me to bring peas to, instead of seeing where he's falling short every day by 1 pea. You understand? I don't know how simplified it is. I don't know. But this is the message, Aquarius. Okay. It's not necessarily the action. It is the awareness, the thought process that is that little secret key to not having to let go. Is it beneficial to cling this tightly to something? Not usually, not necessarily, and I'm not fixated on that. I'm just saying that if you don't want to let it go, if you want to hold on to it a little bit more, a little bit of communication on from a higher plane of consciousness, right? Instead of playing to the crowd and expecting the band to keep up, turn around and sing to the choir. I don't know, words of encouragement. Let them know that they matter. Not just the outcome, right? But they matter. Because if it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be possible. I'm just rambling now. I hope that we've gotten you to a point where some little light bulb has turned on. It was a very, very simple reading. How about some advice? This whole spread was about advice. How about some advice? Okay, I have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Again, it's a lot about, to me, I'm feeling a lot about that Six of Cups, that's that innocence, right? The things that had been eluding me. Let's see, where making something right within myself, my thought process, right? I'm feeling it's less about taking action and actual communication, but just a change of a thought process, right? Also, maybe try to change your perspective, right? Okay, so if they say, think it's a game, think it's a game. Okay, so if I'm at war and I'm scared, I can't think clearly, think it's a game. So all of a sudden it becomes a little bit more fun. I relax a little bit. I'm more capable of succeeding or winning, right? If I was in a business endeavor and I was clinging to this outcome, right, but nothing's really working out for me, think it's a game. Okay, this is not necessarily about bringing a product to somebody. This isn't necessarily about making money, right? This is legitimately about spending time with the crew and what kind of symphony we can make and create together. And then you'll notice that that money, right, and those clientele just kind of naturally gravitate to you because you're having a good time doing it, right? That's not my motive. That's not what motivates me. What motivates me is how well I can work with the 4 people that I chose to work with. And I'm just, spitballing stuff out there. But it's not necessarily about, it's just changing your perspective. It's just a little adjustment to how you see things, right? We don't have to mourn it. There's that Queen of Pentacles again. Okay, so we have the intelligence, we have the compassion, we don't lack anything. It's just that we were kind of probably excluding salt from the gumbo, and the recipe does not call for that. I'm getting understanding, awareness, and empathy. Consideration is enough. I'm thinking that it's just the change of thought that will allow you to not be in this defeat mode where I have to let this thing go, parade around and try to get encouragement and followers, and then start somewhere else with something else. Everything that you need is currently there. The only thing that seems to need to change at this point is just a mindset. Not the entire mindset, just one little piece of it. All right, Aquarius, that's about all I have for you today, but I'll probably see you very, very soon again at Eyes to See Tarot. Until next time.